Hey, what's up? If you're new, welcome to, and if you're not, welcome back to the Minister of Beauty channel, where I share the Bible, that's business inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment. So I'm Elizabeth, and I'm a beauty business owner and operator. I'm also a skincare line creator, and I am a licensed esthetician. So if you want to find out more about me, you can go to my websites. I have the links in the description box below. So if you are new, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, and for the returning subbies, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. So in today's video, I want to talk about something that every entrepreneur or business creator or leader is going to deal with, and that is huge obstacles. Maybe this is your first, maybe you haven't experienced one yet, and maybe you've hit the same wall a few times or more. Either way, I'm here to encourage you and support you because I've been there, done that, and my life has been extremely hectic this year, dealing with a lot of huge obstacles in my personal life. So I want to talk about that and just really help you to overcome those huge obstacles so that you can experience amazing success. So listen, it's no secret. Every person, and definitely every true legitimate business, is going to experience its fair share of highs and lows. That's just a part of life, because life definitely is a roller coaster. You're going to have your up moments, you're going to have your down moments, and in the real world, the life of success, it is similar to a roller coaster where it takes time to get up to the top, but going down, it can happen really fast. Before you know it, lots of times without any fair notice, and you have to just try to figure out how to get back to the top. And I'm here to tell you that just because you may have experienced a downward moment in your life and in your business, it doesn't mean that you cannot excel back to the top. All right, so the first thing you need to do is acknowledge the problem. You have to acknowledge that something actually is an issue, that something actually exists. And then when you acknowledge the problem, it's going to help you to gain some of your power back. It may not feel good to acknowledge the problem, because sometimes, depending on what the situation may be, there may be some type of shame involved, or you may feel regret, you may feel some depression. You just may have all of these feelings that don't feel good, but you have to acknowledge the problem. I have the saying, face it, then allow your faith to fix it. If you don't face it, then you can't have that opportunity to allow your faith to fix it. And faith without works is dead. So write the issue, write the problem, and don't just write the problem, write down what you need to do, whether the problem is something that is out of your control or it's something that is in your power to make a change to it. But whether it's something that's out of your hands or it's in your power, write that down so that you can get to the point where you're able to address the issue, not just writing the issue. Okay, the next thing you need to do is reflect on that problem, reflect on the issue, really think about it. Don't spend a whole lot of time doing that, but do spend some time on just thinking about it after you've written it down. Reflect on it, because once you do that, you can sort of get to a point of some acceptance, whether it was bad choices or bad decisions that you've made. Trust, it happens. It doesn't mean that you are a failure. It just means that there was some failures and some decisions that were made, but it doesn't make you a failure. So don't take it personally, because it's not personal, it's business. And you also have to remember that there's always something that you can learn from the situations, because I've been saying this for years, and I'm not the only one that says it, but I definitely do believe this. You don't lose, you learn. But you also have to make the choice and the decision to learn from those losses. Because then if you don't, then the opportunity to continue to repeat those losses in your business are just bound to happen. So take the lessons from the losses so that you can learn from them and grow from them. The next thing you need to do is develop a comeback plan. Don't decide to just stay there. Make a decision that you're going to come back from this and develop the comeback plan. And you need to make sure that you are writing it down step by step. And there may be a lot of steps involved depending on what the situation may be. Or there may be a few steps. There may only be 3 things that you need to do. Or there may be 30 things that you need to do. But either way, you need to write those down, break them down, develop the comeback plan, and execute. Don't just write them out and grovel over it or say, oh, well, I don't know how this is ever going to happen, because depending on what the situation is, it may take you a while to get out of that situation. But trust and believe, every situation has a solution. All right, number 4 is finding your support system. I definitely believe big time in accountability, whether it's one person or it's 5 people, whether it's a mentor group, it could be a Facebook group that is centered around similar situations that you may have encountered in your business, where you can really glean from all of these different people, where you feel a group, a space where you feel safe. Now, trust and believe, if Facebook is not your thing, I'm not telling you to go there, because in my personal opinion, I'm not a big Facebook person myself. I just don't really care for it. But I definitely do believe in accountability and trust and believe. I have more than a few people that I can reach out to when I need that support, when I am feeling like, oh my God, this is just a day where I'm just not all there, and I'm feeling some type of ways because of some things that I'm just going through in my personal life, and then compounding the things that are going on in my business. And it's like, I just really need to reach out to this person or these persons that can really help to assist me so that I can gather my thoughts and really put that action plan in place. So you really need to make sure that you have a strong support system. And that can be one person. It doesn't have to be a group of people, but make sure you know who you can turn to and turn to them, because we're not islands. We need help. We need support. Trust and believe, Oprah didn't get to the place that she was doing it all by herself. And she's not staying where she is without having that support system that is there to really help to support her and not just keep her where she is, but continue to help her to excel. That's just one example. So a strong support system is definitely needed. And so make sure that you know who your support system is and turn to them. Don't feel like you're a burden. Don't feel like I'm not a true successful person if I'm reaching out to other people for support and help. That's not a thing. We all need someone to lean on. And finally, build up your mindset to be resilient and embrace it. Embrace resilience. Because if you've gone through huge obstacles, you have to think of it like this, because this is the way that I think. If you've gone through huge obstacles in your business, I guarantee you that there are even larger successes waiting for you if you choose to be resilient and do not give up. Do not throw in the towel. I'm not saying that it doesn't mean that you won't operate in different ways and do some things differently and pivot in business. I've done that. I'm over 16 years in the beauty industry. 18 if we want to count wellness and beauty all together, that I've been in this industry. And I've had so much success, but I've also experienced a lot of obstacles. Why? Because we live in this planet called Earth, and there are going to be obstacles. The Bible says that you will have trials and tribulations, but be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world. So there's already a promise that you're going to go through things, but there's also the promise and the reassurance and the encouragement that there is joy on the other side of this if you choose not to give up. And that's what I have chosen. And not every day you're going to feel like that. There are plenty of days where I'm like, you know what, this is for the birds. But just, real talk, I remember that if I'm going through these huge obstacles, prior to that, the huge obstacles that I'm experiencing right now, I've gone through huge obstacles in my life before. Just now, in hindsight, those things seem small, but at the time, they seemed immense. But I was able to continue to move forward and overcome them. So now that I may be experiencing some huge obstacles in the point that I'm in right now, that just means that there's even greater for me later. So I refuse to give up. There's this old gospel song that says, I'm going to run on and see what the end's going to be. That's just an encouragement to say, you know what? Yeah, it's tough right now, but I believe that there's something greater if I cross that finish line. So I don't want to quit in the middle of the race. So embrace resilience and know that there is greater for you after you overcome the huge obstacles. So I hope you found this video helpful. You got some encouragement from it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone that you know, like, and love. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, please do subscribe, because I like to do business inspiration videos on Mondays or Tuesdays, just depending on when I'm able to get around to it, guys. But I'm doing my best to be consistent, because yes, we experience the huge obstacles, but we overcome them and we keep pressing forward. So guys, thanks so much for joining me. I am Elizabeth, the Minister of Beauty, and I share the Bible. That's business, inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment. So until the next time, I hope and pray you all have an amazingly blessed and beautiful day.